we are back on Let's Learn Mathematics. I started angles with you. We defined angles and we treated the types of angles. We treated that we have an acute angle being the first type of angle which is less than 90 degrees. And we also said that a right angle is equal to 90 degrees. We moved on to an obtuse angle which is greater than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. From there we moved to a straight angle which is a half turn and that is equal to 180 degrees. When we say a straight angle, it is any angle that is found along a straight line, and that angle is a half turn, and that is why it gives 180 degrees. From there we moved on to a reflex angle which is greater than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees. From there we moved to angle at a point, that is a full turn. When I say a full turn, meaning it gives what? A circle, that is angle contained by every circle, and that gave us 360 degrees, meaning angle at a point should be equal to 360 degrees. This is what we treated the last time we met on Let's Learn Mathematics. Today we are back on Let's Learn Mathematics, and we are going to treat another subtopic of angles named the complementary and supplementary angles. The complementary and supplementary angles. Let's start with the complementary angles. Let's start with the complementary angles. What do you understand by complementary angles? When we say complementary angles, they are two or more angles that sum up to 90 degrees. So whenever you have two or more angles and you add them to get 90, then it means those two angles are complementary angles. So if you have a 90 degrees angle with so many different angles, then we say that these angles are called complementary angles. Why? Because if you add all the three angles, you are going to get 90 degrees. So when two or more angles add up to 90 degrees, then we say that those angles are complementary angles. What about supplementary angles? Supplementary angles. Supplementary angles are angles which add up to get a straight line. Whenever two or more angles sum up to get a straight angle, then we say that those angles are supplementary angles. All that I want to put across is that supplementary angles are two or more angles which add up to get 180 degrees. Assuming we have angle X, Y, and Z. Angle X, Y, and Z here. If you add X, Y, and Z, you must get 180 degrees. Then we say that X, Y, and Z are supplementary angles. I hope it is not difficult. We are going to solve some examples of complementary and supplementary angles. I urge you to pay attention for you to understand the concept better. Cool. Let's look at some examples under complementary angles. Under complementary angles. A, we have this diagram, and a 90 degrees or a right angle divided into two, and with one angle being equal to 43. We are to solve for G. B, you are to solve for R when the other angle of a right angle is 75 degrees. C, you are to solve for K when the other angle of the right angle is 40 degrees. And then D, we are to solve for X where one angle is 30 degrees and the other two are X and 2X respectively. How is this done? As I told you, every right angle is equal to 90 degrees, and therefore if we add all the angles of a right angle, it should be equal to 90 degrees. Let's take A. What are the angles within the first diagram? We have angle 43 degrees plus J, and this should give us 90 degrees. We have two angles here, and we say when you sum complementary angles together, it should give you 90 degrees. So we are adding 43 and J. It is very simple. Now, we want J to stand alone. So what do? We just look for a number that will be able to cancel this 43. What number can cancel 43? 43 is positive. And for that matter, if you want to cancel it, then we must subtract 43 from 43 to get 0. So we have 43 degrees minus 43 degrees plus J. And this is going to give us 90 degrees. Now, in mathematics, one of the golden rules is that whatever you do at the left side, you do the same thing at the right side. It will be seen that we have brought a negative 43 to neutralize this 43. And therefore, we must also bring a negative 43 here. Since we did it to the left side, it is also applicable at the right side. So this 43 cancels this 43, and we have J is equal to 90 degrees minus 43 degrees. So what will be the value of angle J? Subtract 43 from 90, and that will give us the answer. And the answer for J is 47 degrees. 47 degrees. Please don't forget to bring your degree symbol, because if you fail to bring it, marks will be deducted from your total marks. So to find J, these are the steps you must go by in order to get the value of angle J. Let's move on to example B. We have to find the value of R. The same way, we have 75 degrees plus R giving us 90 degrees. The same way, we must neutralize this 75. We must do away with this 75. So we subtract 75 from this 75. And whatever we do at the left side, we do the same thing at the right side. So this 75 goes with this, so that we get R is equal to 90 degrees minus 75 degrees, and R is going to give us 15 degrees. So our angle R is 15 degrees. Now, as example C, we have to find the value of angle K, and we have 40 degrees plus K, which is equal to 90 degrees. The same way, let's neutralize this 40. We have neutralized the 40 at the left side of the equation. So this 40 can do away with it. To get K is equal to 90 degrees minus 40 degrees. And K is going to give us 50 degrees. So angle K is 50 degrees. Meaning if you add this 50 degrees to the 40 degrees, you must get a right angle, which is 90 degrees. And then the last example, which is D. The last example, which is D. Now, we have three angles here. X plus 2x plus 30 degrees should give us 90 degrees. We are going by the same method. Now, x plus 2x can give us 3x plus 30 degrees is equal to 90 degrees. But we must neutralize this 30, leaving 3x at one side of the equal sign. So we have 3x plus 30 degrees minus 30 degrees is equal to 90 degrees minus 30 degrees. This negative 30 is brought in the equation to neutralize the positive 30. But whatever you do at the left side, you do the same thing at the right side. That's why this negative 30 is also found at the right side of the equal sign. So this 30 cancels this 30, leaving 3x is equal to 60. Now, we want only x, so we want to do away with the coefficient of x, which is 3. And how can we do that? We can do that just by dividing this 3x by 3. And I said whatever you do at the left side, you do the same thing at the right side. So since we have divided 3x by 3, we must also divide 60 by the same number, which is what? 3. And therefore, our x is going to give us 20. This is how complementary angles are solved. Any equation given under complementary angles, you just add all the angles and equate it to 90 degrees. Then you operate on the equation to get your answer. This brings us to today's episode of Let's Learn Mathematics. I hope it's not difficult, and if you have any question, please send it to my WhatsApp contact, which is 0500099904. Please subscribe on my YouTube channel, Samuel Apia Ambonsa. Just subscribe so that every video that will be available, you'll be the first person to watch or to learn from the video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Samuel Apia Ambonsa. This is the end of today's episode of Let's Learn Mathematics. Have a wonderful day and please stay at home. Until we meet again, I say goodbye.